is Rashni of glamazini.com, bringing you light and laughter, per usual. It's late. I was hoping to do this earlier, but alas, that's not what happened. I'm on my phone trying to see how this shows up. I haven't been live. Hey, Destiny. I haven't been live in a month or two, and I told myself that I was going to do it more often. And clearly, the lie detector determines that that was a lie. That was a lie, yeah. So, I am on my page right now on Facebook. VI Posse in the house, Stacy. Everybody's still awake. Um, I guess it's Friday night and the feeling's right, huh? So listen, I don't have, oh, I'm just trying to see how it looks, you guys. I'm going to share it into my group because why not? Why not, right? What are y'all up to? Hi, Fred. Hi, Fred. And then I'm going to look and see, you guys, what, ooh, what it looks like on each thing. Hi, Blessed. Hi, you guys. First of all, I got a new monitor yesterday. I have been having technical issues, and long story short, it has led me to a new monitor. I didn't even get 25, 24, 25. I didn't even get 24 hours out this monitor, you guys, before it decided to start flickering. So my husband fixed it. Hopefully it's working out. Okay, Fred, I am doing well. I had a very long day. The first 5-day week of virtual school, helping my son after all of those snow days and all of those breaks, and my brain is tired. Okay, I just finished my part-time job. I went downstairs. Hello, Scott. I washed the dishes because it's just regular old life happening over here. And I was like, let me come upstairs and let me just, you know, jump on. I've been meaning to do this more often. I'm not gonna lie. I have been meaning to do this more often. Have I ever told you guys that I do a video every single day for my supporters? Have I told you guys? I put up a video Monday through Friday. It's not always a funny video, although they get to see the videos that the public sees before the public sees them. So some of them are those videos. Um, but other ones are just me like recording myself talking about all kind of random stuff. Like I've vlogged myself putting together this whole office. I've vlogged lots of unboxings because I don't know where to put the unboxings anymore. So I do a lot of unboxings, even like services, subscription boxes, like Imperfect Foods, like the vegetable box that I get. Don't ask. I vlogged recipes. Um, I actually started it January 1st of 2020. So there was some outside vlogging happening for like a little bit. And then the way that the pandemonium kicked in, um, we haven't had any outside vlog. Oh, you guys, this is weird, but look at my tights. I used to be a dancer, like ballet, modern, jazz, and tap. So y'all just got that. But did you see that? It's like cartoon. It says like boom, pow, bang on it. They're great, Fred. Look, look. They got like all the. It's like a cartoon, like a book. Listen, if my husband watches this back, he gonna be like, "Where you got your foot cock up on the internet let off?" I'll be like, "Sir, you know me. You know what's going on. I needed the people to see my tights, and I didn't feel like standing up." So what are y'all doing? What do people do in the pandemic? Hello, Janelle. Okay, you gotta stretch on these. Okay, you gotta stretch. Your girl gotta keep the dancer's flexibility. Oh, the tights, you guys, are from Constantly Varied Gear, I think is the name of the company. I think. Um, and they got me on an Instagram ad. They're very well made. Um, and they have pockets on both sides, so you could drop like this whole cell phone down in the side. They're great. Um, I finally stumbled in on the Instagram ad after they stalked me all over Al Gore's internet. And then, hi, is it Taya? Taya? And they have a pineapple one out there now. I'm gonna have to go out and get this pineapple one. It's black with like pineapples all over it. And I think they have a top. And then I already own black sneakers with pineapples all over them. So I'm gonna have it's gonna be obnoxious. I don't know if y'all can see my shirt. I got the audacity to be wearing it's like it's a crop top with little astronauts falling all over it. Listen, and these boom boom pang pang, boom boom bang pants. I came downstairs. My husband was like, well, aren't you colorful? I was like, I'm always colorful. Anyway, so I was trying to tell y'all that my technology has been technologying. My supporters in the Monday through Friday videos that I drop for the supporters, people who support me anywhere, Patreon, Facebook supporters, YouTube members. I think YouTube is called members. Everybody gets the Monday through Friday videos. They've been through it with me and the sound issues and these dying computers. And now today's flickering monitor. Hi, Christy. Hi, girl. Girl, I'm on StreamYard. Oh, you're on YouTube. I thought you were on Periscope. I was gonna say, boy, the Periscope people came in. I was like, what? But yeah, so I haven't streamed for a while, but check it. Today I jumped on after nap time because I don't know if y'all think this is a game, but if you ever see me saying that I take a nap every day after my son's virtual school, I'm not playing. Where's the camera? I'm not playing. Okay, it's like my whole brain shuts off. After I help him with third grade, it's like I'm in third grade from 8 o'clock until like 2:30. Listen, and the way that I need to literally go to bed and start over is set up, okay? Every single time. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, you guys, I'm not being rude. I'm trying to see what this shows up like because, oh, that's a good question. I'm on Twitter right now. This girl on Twitter said, let me ask y'all what y'all think about this. This girl on Twitter said, if you haven't been tested for COVID at least once, that's a problem because why not? And I responded, it got a bajillion responses. It's viral on Twitter. I responded and I said, I don't leave the house. Why would I get a test if I'm always at home? What do you guys think? Christy, you're trying to train yourself not to get on Periscope. I don't get on Periscope anymore. The only time I suppose that I would be on Periscope is through this, which is StreamYard, which is streaming me on Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube all at once, which is why I'm out here trying to see how it looks. I just saw how it looked on Facebook and I shared it. The thing is, does it tell me how many people are on? Oh yeah, it does. It's up in the corner. It's up in the corner. So what do you guys think about that? If you haven't been tested for COVID at least once, that's a problem because why not? Thoughts? Thoughts, por favor. I'm perfundled. I'm confounded. Oh, that's the actual word. I'm confounded, confuddled. Okay? Janelle says, why would I want something shoved up my nose just because? She foolish. I'm thinking, hi, Kyla. Hello, Kyla. I don't know. I think some people are living a different life than I am during the pandemonium. So some people get tested quite frequently so that they can go about their day and not necessarily do everything they've done, but maintain a very medically tested bubble, I guess is what I'm perceiving. And so they get tested all the time. What? I don't look at me. I don't. All right, Kyla says she gets the test a lot because it's saliva. And why are you getting tested though, Kyla? Is it because you have to work around the humans, right? India says she works from home. No test for me either. Exactly. I can literally count on my two hands. And it's two hands now because literally in the past like month and a half, I've been out of the house more often. And when I say out of the house, I mean I dropped off things at Goodwill. I went to my P.O. box. Like no social situation. Literally, I went to Walmart, walked in, put plastic bags in the recycle box, and walked back out, masked up. And that's why I got two hands full. Beyond that, it's literally been my son's doctor appointments, my dentist appointments. I don't, I ain't been no place. Um, I have to get tested often for work. That makes sense. Yeah, Kyla says because she hangs out with humans in her bubble. That makes sense. And I have a friend we have decided we got to figure out this bubble situation. It is so ironic, you guys. She is one of my closest friends here in St. Louis, one of my closest friends on the planet, and she has always lived very far away. So we go back and forth to each other's homes, but it's a stretch. It's a 50-minute drive to each other's house. This heifer done moved around the corner. 9 minutes away to be exact. She looked it up. 9 minutes in the middle of the pan con queso, and we haven't been to each other's house, with the exception of the fact that I was at one of those dentist appointments one day, and I came by, pulled up on her driveway, called her being stupid on the front driveway, and then waved from the door, and then we basically I stood like outside of her doorway while she was in the house and I had my mask on, and I was like, oh my God. So we got to figure out the bubble thing. We decided we got to figure out the bubble thing. Okay, Kyla said it's also because it's Florida. That's true because some places it's wide open. I follow Junebug on Instagram. This guy, the dance guy. He just I don't see nary a social distance, nothing. He went through Georgia, Atlanta, and either he's getting tested off camera a lot or he just is not. Yeah, so every place is different. I live amongst some non-masker types, but docile non-masker types, although no offense, but there was a local newspaper article about somebody who lives near me that was caught for the insurrection. And my friend, the same one I just told you about, who moved 9 minutes away, she gonna send me the daggone article talking about get your neighbors. And I was like, what I gotta do with that? What I gotta do with that? All right, let me see what else you guys are saying. Um, okay, going back up. Stacy said, I agree with you. I also heard that someone got it through receiving her Daily Mail. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, I'm getting deliveries at the doorstep and that kind of stuff. I'm still being, anal about sanitizing, even though it's more airborne. Now that we've learned, apparently it's more airborne than contact, but still air, contact, everything. I cleaned it up. Okay. And it's one because I don't want to get sick. We don't know enough about the aftermath of this yet. There are people in my close family who would have been in my bubble who got sick. And I'm like, you got to keep your good eye on these people because people are making bad decisions. And most importantly, my son is considered high risk. Okay. So I wish I would spend all that time in the NICU trying to make sure that joker alive, and then I'm out here in the streets making dumb decisions and he gets sick with the COVID and something happens to him. I wish I would. Look at my face. I wish I would. Ain't nobody out there that important. I love all of y'all, but y'all ain't that important. I had to tell my one friend the other day because she was like talking about let's get our bubble together. And I was like, well, here are my concerns about your potential to bubble. And I told her flat out, this family member, I don't trust him. Oh, God. Hello? So listen, we got to figure it out, but we're not there yet. So I'm not testing because I don't go anywhere. Now, I will say this. My husband has had one COVID test, and the reason was because he's been out more. He was the one that was leaving the house, doing a lot more, running all over the place for like shopping and stuff. And he was protesting his butt off last year. I mean, just a protesting. He was in the streets, okay, with the mic and the speaker and the big old Black Lives Matter sign. He was out here, okay. And then um, his grandmother died, and he had to fly to California. So that right there, and all of this, I'm out in the streets. There was a quarantined. Well, you live over there right now. You live down there and away from us, and there was a test involved in that. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know there were saliva tests, Kyla. If you're still here, I did not know that. So, see, I thought all of them were the ones where they stick them up your nose. Scott says, I have not been tested. I don't plan on it. I heard they are not accurate. Stacy says, I'm always home, so no need to test. And then Anya, I hope I'm saying that. I work from home and I get tested often to protect vulnerable family members. Thank goodness it's a nasal swab and not the blood drawn. My son with special needs also needs to be protected. Masks aren't guaranteed. Right. Anya, you must be going somewhere. Right. That's what I mean. I'm like, listen, you must leave the house. My son is so sick of us. Okay, we don't be going nowhere. Jackie says, I've been quarantining for almost a year. I have never been told I was exposed to COVID, but I had both vaccinations. Listen, Jackie, I do what you gotta do. Okay. I ain't judging nobody. People, do what you got to do. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the whole vaccine thing yet. I'm not one of these people that's like, they're trying to implant a chip and kill all the black people. Listen, if that's what you believe, if you like it, I love it. It's your body, it's your family members. You do what you got to do. Okay. I am one of these people that I'm not an early adopter. So like when technology comes out, like the first whatever phone, I'm never the first person to run out and get the first one. Okay. I let the early adopters run out and get it. And I see what the tweaks and the beaks are. Is that a word? And I let that happen. And then I wait, and then I figure out what I'm gonna do after that. Kyla said I put myself at high risk in the gym with my trainer, even though we have our own little space. People come in with no mask, and who knows where they've been. Yeah, I see people in the gym with and without masks, and I'm always like, I'm confused by the decision to go to the gym because it just seems like you're breathing so heavy. Like, why not just directly suck the COVID into your lungs? I don't know. But listen, who is me to? I don't know. We got to be fit out here. Okay. So, I mean, at least you're working out, which I have not started doing yet. Losing weight though, but not working out yet. I'm getting there. Uh, ooh, the stupid thing just jumped. Let me go back up. Um, I'm going back up because do. It's not required in many counties. Yeah, in Florida. That makes sense. No tests are 100%, but we trust pregnancy and litmus tests. Listen, Anya, I'm not even going into all of that. The level of paranoia that has been unleashed in our country for all the things. I'm gonna say social media. I'm not gonna blame any human or any group. I'm gonna say our ability to what's the word I'm looking for? Magnify our tendency to group, like tribal mentality, via social media. It has made it easier and quicker to group in these tribal mentalities. And if you're a person that has a countercultural thought process, like you believe the earth is flat, for example, most people don't believe that. Back in the day, it was harder for you to find your people. Nowadays, it is not. They write out here on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. They got groups, and so the level of I don't have my brain doesn't function in that way, and we all get to make our choices. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so if you want to live a life that's informed by that, good. I mean, that's your decision. Although studies show that your attachment to your parents or caretakers in your childhood and your resulting attachment style have a lot to do. They greatly influence whether you are conspiracy theory minded or paranoid. So, you know, but people don't be caring about that kind of stuff. I'm the only person who be diving deep into that stuff out of just curiosity. People be swearing that they just coming out, that's how they are. And I'm just like, you are formatted by your programming. What? Anyway, Kyle said the Trump supporters are angry about masks. Many of the beach towns, you wouldn't even know there's a Panasonic going on. They look at people with masks like we have the plague. Ha! See, listen, that's crazy to me. You have to suspend someone from the bubble for 14 days early on. Yeah, I don't have a bubble I trust. I don't have a bubble. I would create one. Let me not say that. The person who I would bubble with is 5 hours away. And we considered quarantining like flat out, no, really no outings at all for 14 days and me jumping in my car and going to see her. Right? Callie, you know who this is. You know who this is. The little Trini chick that was on cruise. Anyway, um, ironically, I went to see her at the very beginning of the pandemonium last year. Literally, on the drive back home from her house, everything went into lockdown. So it was like there's something going on, we got to be careful. And we were like careful, but we were still going out to restaurants and stuff. Like we didn't, you know, and there were no cases in her small town. So now she's bubbled, I'm bubbled. And I was like, girl, I know the drive. I will gas up this car and go bubble to bubble. Okay, I'll put food in this car. We will 14 days out just to make sure. And I'll drive straight into your bubble. It's not going to work though, unfortunately, because the way that virtual school is situated, it's not going to work out, which makes me sad. Because last year when I went, my son was in school. Imagine that. When I was driving back home, that's when they closed all the schools. So it's crazy. You got family in Florida trying to visit. You said stay there. They were trying to visit for spring break. I'm gonna need you to sit out. What? Listen. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, boo boo. Where they gonna stay? Where they gonna stay? They gonna stay in a hotel and they gonna wave at me from over there when they come. They gonna call me on Zoom from the cul-de-sac. Got me all the way messed up. Listen, the way that my boundaries, I don't know if y'all saw, I put up a video today, maybe not because, my coaching videos don't get all the views, but listen, if it will help somebody as I travel on, then my living shall not be in vain. Come on, Rushni. I put up a video today. Okay, it's the boundaries for me. It's the joy of saying no. Get comfortable saying no. The way I would have, do you hear me? I would have wound up that no and be like, no. My favorite thing to tell people is I'm still social distancing. And I just leave it at that. Anytime anybody tried to come across, I'm still social distancing. One person was on social media talking about, I don't know what the big deal is, girl. When I see you next, I'm gonna come by, I'm gonna give you a hug. I said, girl, she must want to get tased. See, people understand. Did you hear me say my son is high risk? People they don't want these problems. They don't want it. Like I tell my coaching group, they don't want this spicy hot pineapple. Okay? Everybody see this cutesy cutesy, all of this cutesy cutesy pineapple and Care Bear over my shoulder. They don't want this hot fire pineapple, pepper pineapple. Okay? And I lick hot fire on it. Hi, Kalanda. It's like any other test. Some are accurate, some are not. Yeah, people be reaching. I'm talking about Stretch Armstrong Incredibles reaching, okay? And no judgment on them because I try to be a non-judgmental person, but at the same time, you do you, boo, and I'm gonna do me. Didn't Tabitha say that? Because it's my business. Didn't she say that? Cause it's my business. Sing, Tabitha. Ah! So you stay over there and you live your paranoid, whatever the results of that life is, and you stay out of me. Okay. What do I think about J&J one shot? I don't know what that is, Lady with Red Temper. You got to explain that to me. F. Alicia says, I retired in June of 2019. I have lived a nomadic gypsy life starting January 16th, 2020 until current. I've been everywhere from Florida to California, everywhere in between. I have not been tested. I have not had so much as a cold. I don't plan on being tested. I don't plan to have the vaccine. I plan to continue to charge my immune system, eat healthy, exercise, and stay in the vortex. Godspeed, everyone. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's your decision. Just don't spread it to nobody because you could be asymptomatic. God bless you on your journey, though. I like that's true. Um, Kyla, JJ got a new single test vaccine. What? I don't know what that is. I got tested because the ex-husband decided to go to a D bar. Oh, okay. Um, my doctor said she wasn't getting the vaccine, but she said I could because I'm how rude. Listen, I, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't tell people to get a voluntary medical thing, right? We all wish we knew what the outcome of all the things were in life in general, not just medically in vaccines. We just wish we knew that everything didn't have side effects and we just kind of could see the future. We cannot. And so we just have to all use our best information to make informed decisions for ourselves. Um, I also wish that we all would have those decisions. What's the word I'm looking for? Exemplify empathy for others, but everybody's not good at empathy. I mean, the more I learn about empathy and what affects it, there are neurological things where people are just born being less empathetic, as in, like, they're just kind of like, I mean, not to be bad, but like a-holes. Like, so society calls that behavior a-holes. But like their brain is just wired to be like, they don't even see like what the other people are freaked out about. And then there's like, it's nature, it's nurture, it's the whole shebang, bada bing, bada boom. Listen, do what you're doing. Marcy Reed said she's on the fence for the vaccine because of her health issues. She'll see. And it's interesting because I have people who feel the entirely other way. They run in to get it because of their health issues. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see. I didn't check to see how this thing showed up on the U of tubes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to see how it showed up on YouTube. You guys, give me 1 second. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't show it that way. Is this it? No. So how do I see it on my page? Maybe I need to do it on the computer. So I'm gonna get back to looking at your comments in 1 second. You guys, do while I look. Oh, there I am. Oh, cool. There I am. Oh, no, wait, whoop. Inception. Inception. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see it. I see it. Kyla's saying you have a small delay on YouTube. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, I see. I just wanted to check and see how everything was looking. Okay, let me go back to your comments now. Do. People are so disrespectful. Listen. Clearly, y'all see I like to joke around on Al Gore's internet, but also I have a very strong perchant toward perchant? Is that the word? Proclivity? I'm gonna go proclivity. I have a very strong leaning toward mental health and personal development topics. Okay, just cause my story, just all of it. But it's so I love it. I love it. I'm super passionate about it. The more I learn about humans, the more I am like, oh, Lord Jesus, how long? Sir, when are you coming to get us? Because, like, real talk, we kind of suck. Okay. The more I learn about humans, the more I don't like us. We be so broken. Ah, just wounded. Just wounded and just spewing foolishness all over people with just no insight whatsoever. Just broken. And then just breaking people below us. parents breaking their kids, friends breaking their friends, relationships just broken. I be like, Lord, what is man that thou art mindful of us? Because what in the world? Anyway, mm, let's keep going. Anya said, I can't trust J&J after how they withheld the truth about talcum powder. Oh, Johnson and Johnson is what you're saying. Okay, so let me go over. So what do I think about the Johnson and Johnson one shot? Lady Red Temper, I don't know anything about that. So I need to look into that because I'm missing some information. Cal said, I wear a mask to the gym. I have a thyroid thing and I pick up a lot by not being active. Okay. Off topic, did I cut my locks? I cut my locks on September 6th of 2020 on the 3-year anniversary. They are in a bag under my bed. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. I recorded it and I had to put a video for my supporters on Facebook, YouTube, and Patreon. So they have been gone. And that is why you guys are getting all of these head wraps and these hair ties, bandanas and stuff, because I've just been, and turbans, pre-wrapped turbans, because that's what I feel like doing with my hair. Now, I have a bigger audience nowadays, but the people who know me for hair stuff, I mean, it's grown. It's in flat twist underneath here. It used to just be loose because it was short. There wasn't much under. I cut it like all off, but it's flat twisted. I'm gonna wash it tomorrow. I'm gonna, juice it up and I'm gonna flat twist it right back down. Okay. And y'all gonna get these edges. Hello? Can we say edge? Hello? Edges. Okay. What is this? Fuzz on my face. Edges. Y'all gonna get these edges. All right. And this head wrap, Lori. Someone recently asked me to do a tutorial on this head wrap. Okay, I'll do it when I get a chance. But I just twirl it and tie it in a donut on the front. But listen, maybe they need to see. All right. Lady Red Temp. Okay, I'm getting vaccinated hopefully in April so that I can be like running through America. What do you mean? I guess. Listen, that's the other thing. I don't know, but I do feel like if I get vaccinated, it'll make me feel more comfortable, right? I also have to decide as I pay attention what's up with my son. But none of that is on my mind just yet. All right. I don't know how to pronounce it, but hello, Mia, 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 Mia. I don't know how to say that. When am I getting my psychology PhD? Kyla, listen. Okay. You guys, my coaching group, the Pineapple Crowns, the paid coaching group, is a little bit of a running joke in that group because I've been done supposed to go back to school for mental health stuff. But the thing is, I don't know if I actually want to be a therapist. I've thought about being a therapist my whole life, you guys. I'm not joking. I thought about doing it when I was in my 20s. And looking back, I'm kind of happy that I didn't do it back then for just, growth and whatever. I mean, I'm sure it would have helped somebody, but I'm in a bet. This version of me would be a better therapist. Let's put it that way. But part of me is like, I feel like going back and getting some sort of mental health degree so that I'm just a better coach and content creator. It's kind of weird because I really like what I'm doing now, although it's not like on the biggest scale. But I feel so content and at peace with like the space I'm in right at this second. And I would love to kind of springboard from where I am as opposed to like move over to like a private practice. I'm sitting in an office talking to, you know what I mean? Like, even like when I do one-on-one coaching sessions, it's it's not therapy because I'm not a mental health professional, but so anyway, when the answer to your question is I'm probably never going to get a PhD, but there probably might be a master's degree of some sort in my world. And maybe I could do like a social work. Like, I don't know if I want to do LMFT background stuff because I don't want to work with kids. And so I hear that they spend a lot of time teaching you. Anyway, the answer is no PhD, but maybe one of these days I'll actually go and get some like foundation, some socially acceptable education and possibly some like licensure and stuff behind my name. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. Either way, I'm pandemonium and Zoom comatized. I want carnival and open air concert. It's been so long. Yeah. The funny thing is, I was Zooming and all of that before. So everybody came up on Zoom and messed up my whole bandwidth. And I was like, what are you ask? Because I've been using Zoom since like 2019. I was like, where you come from? But the whole setup, God had already had me situated for such a time as this. So like nothing really changed for me. I mean, I had already kind of had my life set up, but I did end up not being able to go out as much. So there was a lot of like external errands, external things for my son, external, like clearly he was in school, and then like social things with my friends. So that's kind of rough, you know, like I missed that part. I mean, it's just like moseying around TJ Maxx, even though technically I could go mosey around TJ Maxx now because like that's a thing people are doing now. I just haven't. Um, you know, just randomly doing that kind of stuff. I miss that kind of stuff. I do. But also I'm kind of cool chilling in the house like this, which is why, as much as people try to tell me I'm an extrovert, I know in my heart I'm an introvert. Because if I were an extrovert and I got recharged from being around humans, I would be experiencing this entirely different. And I'm good. So I know I'm an introvert. Okay. Galanda said, do I have a blog? I'm trying to have a lifestyle in 2 years after have that lifestyle after I get rid of this post-divorce death. Are you talking to me, Galanda? I have a blog. I have had a blog for 15, 20 years. That's interesting that you're asking me that. I used to try to call myself a blogger. Well, I had a website before blogs existed, like before social media and everything. I just hand coded a website, and then eventually I transferred it over to a blog format when blogs showed up, maybe like 05, 06, 07, somewhere in there. And I blogged for 10, 15 years. I don't know. But it was never like huge because I went to YouTube and then YouTube started growing. And a couple, 3 years ago, I switched over to the blog still exists. The posts are still out there, but I switched my focus to video, as you guys can notice. And then that's when the video stuff started getting big. And I pulled, I think last year or the year before, last year probably, last year, I pulled the front facing blog off of my website. So I do have a blog. I only recently started putting up like intentional blog posts again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was your question, but that's the answer. Cali is in extreme lockdown and they come here and look like it's odds on Wonderland. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Every place is different, and I think I would be looking a little like mer too if I were in Florida because I kind of need to be in a place where we're all on the same page. Okay, like we're all on the same page. Like I don't need any I don't need no hateration, holleration in the what? In the dancery. I don't need it. I like my 6 foot at the grocery store. We can keep that after the panorama. I have not been to the grocery store. Um, June 21st, 2019, I did my first Walmart pickup order. I know because it was my son's birthday and I had just had a coaching call and I went to the Walmart pickup. And I did that until March of 2020 when I was leaving to go on a trip, had nothing to do with the pandemic. And they didn't have any pickup slots, but they had delivery slots. So I had them deliver my groceries instead. And then the lockdown was the next week, and I've had them deliver my groceries since. The only time I walk into Walmart is if, probably like every 2 or 3 months, I go in to the door, put the recycle bags in the recycle container, and I leave. I haven't even been in the store, like walked in and went to look for nothing in a year and a half. The Johnson and Johnson one-shot vaccine. No, I don't know anything about it. I assume that's what people were talking about once I pieced it all together. I haven't heard that one, honestly. Like if they've been saying it, I've been ignoring it. It hasn't landed. So I don't have a thought about it. That's what I think. Are you guys asking because there's something going on with it? Or are you guys just asking in general because it's one shot and all the other ones are two? Why are you specifically asking about that one? Galanda, that's what I am most afraid of, being asymptomatic and spreading it. That alone makes me want to take the vaccine. Yeah, and that's because you have empathy. And that's because those parts of your brain are firing. But listen, the way that other people's brains and other people's family of origin and trauma stories are set up, empathy is not as common as we would want it to be, as we've seen. Okay, just in our country, empathy sometimes is lacking, and people who have deep empathy and make decisions that help to try to benefit other people as well find it very difficult to understand people who don't. But listen, the more I read about these humans, the more I'm looking for Jesus. Like, I mean, you coming to get us or what? Cause, sir, okay, we down here wilding in the streets. Okay, we are wilding. Compassion is definitely missing. That's the truth. Narcissism is more openly prevalent. Hello. Although studies show that the most narcissistic, y'all so sick of me. Studies show that the most narcissistic generation, first of all generations are narcissistic, all of them, millennials, any, all of us, okay. But studies show that the most narcissistic generation leans toward, you ready for this? Baby boomers, mm, who are always saying it's millennials, which I think is funny. And y'all know that to be true. Come on. How many baby boomers do you know that are super insightful? Hmm, I'm gonna just leave that. Insightful as in like, willing to apologize, willing to look inside themselves, willing to admit their flaws. I mean, they come from listen, okay. Um, whoop, boo boo doo boo boo boo. Oh, I'm so behind. I gotta go. Okay, I'm trying to be quicker so I'm on here. Doody doo 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 doo. Um, I'll hang out over here to keep your number up. Galanda said I'm on all the platforms. She was like, listen, I'm all the places. Okay. FB got a lag. I'm gonna stay over here. That's funny. So wait, Facebook is behind you too? Listen, for all you guys that don't know what she's talking about, I'm streaming using StreamYard on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope all at once. Okay. Um, I need this Pandora to be over so I can get a mani pedi and brows done. Doing it myself sucks. The brows aren't bothering me. I mean, maybe my brows look treacherous and you guys just are nice enough not to tell me. The pedicure, though. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, but I can still tell the difference. And I just feel like the first time I get a pedicure, it's going to be like that Martin episode. Because I listen, I got the sugar scrubs, I got the Duval brush body one that I use with the exfoliating thing, which is a godsend, by the way. I tried to hip y'all to game when I dropped the video and gave you the little get money off link. I got two of those jokers with the little pumice thing. I have a separate pumice stone. I have that. You ever go to the pedicure and they rub that stuff all over your foot and it like rubs up and it peels off and it gets the dry skin off? I got that. I got a dollar store cat litter bin that I bought years ago specifically for soaking your feet. So I've been soaking the feet, listen, and I've been trying to keep it together. Okay. But listen, it's still not the same. It's not the same. I feel like Crystal Dale. You ever seen that comedian's thing? That's not my joke. That's a comedian online. It's not the same as when you go down there and they're like, "You like Crystal Dale?" I need them to get this together because they be doing it. They be doing wonders. I don't have that many eyebrows though, so I just get in there and do what I gotta do. Oh, it's funny because too, what was hilarious was when the Panda Express started. Okay, um, and everybody was falling apart. They were looking rugged. Their hair was rugged. Their face was looking crazy. Every nails were. When the lockdown started, I looked exactly the same. Nothing changed, and I was like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Like this is where low maintenance people shine, okay? Because I don't have a lot of additional help making me look the way that I look. So when everybody was coming asunder, okay, I mean, you would come on and people would look rugged. You'd be like, girl, is that you? Hello, can you put Sandra on the line? And they're like, this is Sandra, girl. Mm. Yeah, so that was my heyday back then. Because I'd be like, y'all look rough, okay? And I look fine. I look exactly the same. Let's see. I teach, so they're trying to get us professors to do vaccines. Not sure how I feel, but Kyle, ain't nobody don't be in your class. You just be showing it on Instagram stories. Your class be empty. What are you talking? They don't show up to the class. No, I'm leaving the country, go for a silent retreat, and then maybe the jungle. Yeah, I talked to you guys about all the people going to the Virgin Islands. I think a couple, three times back I went live. I mean, nothing has changed. They all going to the Virgin Islands because the Virgin Islands is one of the places, the US Virgin Islands is not the British, the US Virgin Islands is one of the places that'll let people in. I have concern about it, but you know what I mean? What am I going to do? People keep pinging me and asking me to give them information about going to the Virgin Islands. And I just be like, listen, hi, Yvette. I just be like, I just hope that you ain't bringing your COVID down there. I mean, when you see the lines at the airport, I've never seen our airport look like that. It is just lines in places I've never seen lines stretching as Caucasian people as far as the eye can see. And I'm just like, wow. And I'm gonna just leave that at that. God bless everybody on their journey. Okay. Um, a therapist is the only option for for counseling mental health PhD. An actual question, not trying to be funny. No, oh, absolutely not. You know, but I mean, I wouldn't go all the way to PhD. Why? I mean, the only reason I would go back and get a degree in that space is one, it has always been an area that fascinates me. Two, I believe in it a lot. I believe that creating a safe space for people to have insights and have like a healthy attachment experience and all that kind of stuff is something that a lot of us don't get to do. And I feel like I'm gifted in a weird way to be resilient enough to provide that for people. And I am genuinely passionate and curious about the topic to the point that I am a voracious reader of like studies. I will go into research studies. It's a bit weird. I get excited. I will go down a rabbit hole. Do you hear me? Of published studies, and I can't come out. So I'm just like, duh. I mean, I'm kind of wired to be interested in this. And also, it's not going to hurt me if I continue to have like a coaching offering and all that kind of stuff to just make, people feel more confident in my ability if I go get education, right? Because people love that. That helps. It just helps, right? It's social collateral. But I'm not going to get a PhD. Why am I doing a PhD? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. And I know that sounds funny to you because you live in PhD land, but like, what am I gonna do? What is me gonna do? Okay, with a PhD, girl. Ain't nobody gonna do no PhD. K-Mac, what do you teach? She is smart, she is kind, she is important. Um, I can get a master's and become a psychologist and be a therapist. I don't want to do neither of those things. I would get a master's degree and just be like a coach and make funny videos. How about that? I still have the master's degree. I'm not joking. I had to laugh that out. But I was like, listen, anyway. I don't know what anyone doing now. You would make a great therapist. The counseling programs in Missouri are awesome. Thank you, Yvette. I definitely have seen growth in myself, as you should, over the years. And I understand now that 20-something-year-old me would not have been the type of therapist that I could be to people now because I've done a lot of work on myself. That don't mean I haven't arrived no place, okay? My current therapist is sick of me because I do so much reading. I stay coming into the thing talking about, okay, so do I have a personality disorder? And he'd be like, if you don't stop asking, no. He's like, no. And I'm just like, I'm just saying, like, because people be out here with like whole personality disorders and they don't know. Okay, just ruining everybody around them, which means I could be out here with a whole homegrown personality disorder, and I need you to tell me. And he'll be like, ma'am, he's so sick of me because I like read enough to think I know stuff. And one of my favorite things when he tells me stuff is I'll be like, well, what do you know? You're just a trained, licensed professional who went to school. whatever. I asked you. And then I'll be like, I asked you. Listen, also, in my therapy sessions, we be in there cracking up. He tries to keep a straight face, but y'all know me. I suck at serious. Even when it's in a therapy session, I be in there clowning this man, okay? I'll be like, who asked you? Who even asked you? And then he'll be like, you asked me. And I'll be like, I asked you. It is me. I am she. I asked you. Maybe to figure it out, you can work backwards. Think of the ideal job you'd like to have with a socially acceptable certification and find out what you need to do. Yeah, no, I listen, the ideal job that I have is literally what I'm doing now, which is kind of like crappy to say because it's not like socially people are like, no, you need to want more. And I'm just like, I'm sure that if more appears in my brain and I think, oh, there's more that I want than this, I will avail myself to that. But like people are like, no, we have a list of things you're supposed to want. And I'm just like, I like to create the things. So yeah, I allow it to come in, but I'm where I am now. But I wouldn't knock getting more information. I don't know how long I've been on. It's probably been a good hour at this point. Um, let's see. Galanda says she teaches computer classes too. She has 4 different classes. Clearly, she's adjunct. Nadia, hey Nadia, know your vitamin D levels, people. I was in the sun every day taking 1,000 IU levels and was still very low. And I tested darker skin tone type is problem. Jury's still out on helping severe long. Yeah, no, the vitamin D thing is a thing. Is a real thing. I actually take vitamin D. I've done it for a while because my natural health doctor, like a few years ago, um, told me that whatever the I don't remember the number, but whatever the number was that the traditional doctors had me at, she wanted me to be double. And so I take cod liver oil with vitamin D in it. I've done it for years. When it warms up too, I'm gonna get back out of the house because last year I spent a lot of time inside and I missed the sun. So I need to get out. Out. Glamazini, no. That was for the lady that said she lived a nomadic lifestyle. I know you have a blog. Geez. No, I thought you did. I thought you knew Galanda, but I don't listen. But did you see how like I didn't be like I wasn't like, girl, how did you not know that? Did you see how I was totally non-judgmental? Hello, come on. I was like, I thought Galanda knew this, but listen, I never knew. Okay, you never know. I don't. I try to treat people like, listen, I think the panini was a thing that solidified your status as an introvert. Kyle, listen, Kyla has been advocating for my introversion status since the cruise or pre-cruise. So my 40th birthday cruise, she was on it. And I think we had an in-depth discussion about the fact that, and we landed on the fact that I am an extroverted introvert. That's what she told me. And I was like, I believe that is me. Everybody thinks even my husband swears I'm an extrovert. And I'm like, nope, no. I said, when I was a kid, my favorite shirt had the word shy written across the front of it. Okay. It said shy. I have social anxiety at times. It doesn't seem that way, but sometimes when I go around people, I just be like, I don't like I just, right. But I also can be very clearly, y'all know this. If y'all are watching me on Al Gore's internet, y'all know that when I get to run in my mouth, I can be very out there and very like entertaining. And my husband tells me that like he stands back and watches me amongst humans and everybody's standing around listening to this story. Like basically what I do on the internet, apparently I do that in real life too. Okay. but, but, hello. Okay. This right here, this pantomime we in, if I was not an introvert, I would have lost my mind. Y'all sick of me singing. Wanted to give up so many times. But God was my anchor. A consistent way maker. He covered me. Glory. Anyway, so yeah, I'm totally living in the introvert status right now, okay? Because the way I like to be able to have the humans when I want them. Okay. My husband was like, you're not an introvert. I said, he's like, you're putting up all these videos in front of thousands and thousands of people, millions of views. I was like, I'm talking to a camera. Like right now, I'm talking to a webcam. None of y'all in here. Y'all in here? And this conversation can end when I'm ready. Hello, introvert status. This is introvert heaven. Okay. Hello from Atlanta. All right. Welcome to Atlanta where the players play. Okay. Um, yeah. Let's see. You love my approach, Gil Kenny. Thank you so much. K-Max says Karens come from the baby boomer generation. Listen, I heard that one time and I was like, I'll allow it. That narcissism is just slightly, not more, but slightly more prevalent in the baby boomer generation. And the irony is there's a narcissist who keep pointing at other they always the first ones talking about millennials, Gen Z. No, actually, no. No. These lower generations have had more the luxury of insight, right? And they have their own problems, right? They have their own problems and higher numbers in certain spaces, specifically mental health related. But it ain't in the narcissist, though. Hello? You should leave that at that. Take that one to the bank. Are you at a point where you can swoop down and snatch fish from the lake yet? What are you talking about? What is going on? What does that mean? I don't want, okay. The pandemic turned me into the queen of the head wrap. Listen, I got a PayPal. I said I wasn't going to buy any more head wraps. And I got a PayPal notification from my friend. She making me a custom head wrap and matching mask set. I got to send her the money tomorrow. I don't go no place. I don't know why I need this mask set from. I have a problem. I literally had to tell myself to stop buying head wraps because I already had a lot. Now I have a lot. If you guys go through my, like, just go to my Instagram and you will see, listen, every color on God's planet, all the patterns. If it's not nailed down, I will tie it on my head. If it is anything remotely, I'll take this pillowcase off and make a head wrap, okay? And have y'all complimenting me. Y'all will be complimenting me, okay? Ooh, girl, I love your head wrap. Thank you. It's a tablecloth. Hello? Hello? People, we aging before our eyes. I don't know what comment that was from. Is it Chalana? I hate when I can't say people's names properly. That's the one thing about the internet. I do butchering people's names. Low maintenance rocks. Low maintenance really rocks. Okay. I love Jackie Aina. I've been following her since she was Little Pumpkin, whatever, Spice Pie, whatever, Little Pumpkin Pie back in the day. And when she lived in Hawaii, I was like one of her first followers. Okay. Now she done blew up. And she was putting on makeup last week on Instagram and she was like, I'm just going to show you guys the very basic, like from nothing to basic. And I was like, please, can you please help us, the basic people? Some of us want to actually see our skin. Hello? Some of us want to see. Some of us, this is an aesthetic for us. Okay. I mean, this is the end of the day. Okay. I had stuff on my eyelids. It's all in the creases. This little bit of something I have on that looks like I barely have anything on. This is the chosen aesthetic. That's intentional. Can you please help the basic people who want to stay basic? Okay. Stop saying basic like something wrong with it. Okay. I don't have no problem with you not being not basic. Okay. Put on your full coverage look. Okay. Spackle it on there and leave me alone. Okay. I don't want it. I had a makeup artist friend come to my house one time and show me how to do makeup on my face, which I probably forgot most of what she taught me. I should have videotaped it. Anyway, and I paid her. Hello, waste of money, but whatever. And I remember her telling me, like, she was instructing me to like draw on thicker brows on my face because that's like the style. And I was like, yeah, no. She was like, why? And I was like, because you're in your 20s and I'm in my 40s, and people in their 20s can do that. Like they can just do what's stylish now because they feel like it. But I was like, you ever see that older person who's still wearing their favorite hair? Like they lock in a year and they stay there. Like you could tell, you look at them and you're like 95 with their year. I mean, they still feather flipping their bangs or whatever. I was like, I locked in on the thin brows. I mean, these are my natural brows, basically. I don't, this is, I kind of locked in. I'm not convinced of these gigantic Sharpie brows that people have on their face. They look like tarantulas. They're stuck up there. They scare me. They look like black licorice. God bless y'all on your journey. I hope that that is a long standing style for y'all, but ultimately, when you look back on pictures of that, you may have regrets. So I'm not going to draw on no big old expo marker brow on my head, and I'm not going to take it like way down here. Like people, the brow is huge, and then they take it down. The brow is coming. Let me get off it. Listen, if that's the brow that you want on your face, do you? Okay. Just let me be basic. Show me how to look natural and dewy and basic. Okay. I do want lashes that look like I work in a whorehouse though. I'm working on it. I got a new mascara, Thrive. This stupid bump is still on my eyelid, you guys. When I went to the eye doctor the other day, they were talking to me about it. I don't know if I'm gonna go. We in the middle of a pandemic. We weren't pandemic before. I should have gotten it back then. I didn't know. Now I got the bump on my eye. Whatever. I gotta go like have like whatever, have it removed. Focus. So many comments I'm missing. There will be students in her class in the fall when they let the masters back in. Okay. Wait, I missed stuff. There was somebody who said something and I thought I was going to see it. I am a therapist. PhDs are not necessary unless you want to teach. There we go. I don't want to teach people. I'm not a teacher. I have developed patience over the years out of necessity for fostering healthy relationships with people I care about. But my natural proclivity, and my Virgin Islander, this culture I come from, ain't teach me no patience. You hear me? So I feel like patience is necessary to be a good teacher, and that's not my ministry. All right. God bless everybody. So I'm not going to be a teacher. Okay. I'm currently in a 300-hour yoga training teacher training that marries yoga and psychology. I love all the studies and stuff. Ooh, that sounds cool. How do I do that, Galanda? If you're still here. I asked about the PhD because you're already doing the research for free. Listen, I be knee deep. You hear me? I mean, let me find an article and they got citations at the end. When I click on the citations and then I go Google the author of the research and then I find the paper, girl, I'll be deep in it. And I'll be like, my husband is always like, but why is this for fun? And I'm just like, I'm always walking around talking about, did you know that studies 35% with the mean average? You'd be like, oh my God. I'm just like, this is fascinating to me. That's fascinating. I'm weird. Whatever. Virtual psychology degree. I'm good with you doing just this. We love you. Thanks, Galanda. Yeah, I'm gonna let God show me what to do next. I had, my backstory got trauma in it. Okay. My backstory got trauma in it. I fought my way back to this creative space. Hell, hey, I felt him. Okay. Because if I had succumbed to the bending me away from, what does the Bible say? Train up a child in the way that they should go. And we always think that that means to train them in the way of God's word. But I also think that God meant in that, and I need to research like the meanings of those words in the back end because I want to see like what the actual root words meant. But I've always felt like that scripture also means pay attention to what I designed your child to be and train them up so that you maximize the design I put in them. Okay. And that was not how I was raised. I was raised counter to the person y'all are witnessing right now. Um, a lot was done to make me not be this person, but I fought. Hey, I fought. Hey, thank you. I fought my way back to this pineapple. Hello, to this creative. All right, I fought my way back. Hello, thank you. Um, Do 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 do. It's called ambivert. You can shapeshift, but you don't get energy from people. Yeah, I think Carla told me I was an ambivert before too. I have claimed ambivert before as well. I just people think because they see me and they think I can handle the scandal with the people, but I always need like time off from humans. Multiple times a year, I would just get a hotel room to be by myself. I used to let my friends come hang out with me, and I still did, but the last couple times I did it, it was like just me. Just 2 solid days. One time it was in the middle of a blizzard. I drove there 10 miles an hour in the middle of a blizzard. I should not have done that. It was not safe. Just to get by myself. It was perfection. I was snowed in a hotel by myself. Listen, it was great. That was great to me. You hear me? Like to me, that's wonderful. I'm like bored. When people are like they're bored, I'm like bored. What? I'm by myself, I'm bored. What do you mean? Remember that bored in the house, and I'm in the house bored in the house, and that thing at the beginning of the pandemic. I was like, I can't even do a joke video on that because I'm not bored. I'm fine. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. That was the extrovert's anthem. When you're chasing citations, you're doing literature review. Go ahead and write your thesis, girl. Listen, I get excited. I'd be so mad. They'd be like saying stuff in the article, and then I'll go to the bottom and be like, "But where is the proof? You making all of these assertions up in the top, but I need to read the numbers. I need to go in and see who funded the study." It's funny because it's true. All right, I'm gonna get off in a second, you guys. Let's see. The brow trajectory that you just drew. Listen, these brows, though. Like I said, I'm 44, and when I was younger, I had a lot of shade for people who were in my age range and older because, like I said, they lock in a year and they stay there. And so I'm pretty certain that I'm not going to say I've locked in a year and I'm going to stay there, but I'm not going to be swaying with the trends as much as people in their 20s want me to be because I know what regret feels like. Okay, when you're in your 20s, you ain't tasted regret yet by looking at a picture and being like, oh, that was a bad decision. I'm not doing it. Did you see how my voice went up? I went soprano. I'm not doing that. When I got married, I remember literally thinking, I want my wedding pictures to age well. I've been thinking this way for a while. Okay. All of these fashionable things where people's dresses look like the cat got to them, literally, like look like it was all shredded, and all of these trends. I was like, no, I was going for a classic silhouette that I could look back on over time and have little to no regrets. And the only thing I think of when I look at my wedding pictures right now, 15 years in the game, is man, I wish the beat face was a thing back then because my face would have been beaten to submission. Okay. Like I had really nice, natural, but very nice makeup, but not this like spackled on somebody else's faces on my face, which is what I would have done. But with respect to what I look like, the dress, the train, the shoes, the nails, the ring, everything, the veil, no regrets. Okay. I'm just not that chick. And so sometimes I see people doing things and I think that is what regrets are made of. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be upset at that picture. Girl, are you sure about those sleeves? Girl, your eyebrows though. What's happening? Like I tell you what, at least once a week, I say to myself while looking at a picture, so that's the hairline we're going with. Oh, why, Rushy? But it's true, you guys. I'd be like, so we just don't even care about hairlines. Look like we're not even trying to make the hairlines look real anymore. We're just plopping it on. Just no blending, no attempt to hide the lace, no headband. No concepts of regret. Anyway. All right. All those links and citations is too much. Makes me miss the days of the card catalog. Yeah, I'm card catalog old too. I used to actually work in the card catalog and the video and slide. Remember slides, like slideshows? The slide collection at Carnegie Mellon. It's my side job. I'm slide collection old, years old. I'm VHS. People, I'm old enough that when I was in college, I worked in the library, and one of my jobs was to sit in the VHS lab because nobody had computers, so we had computer labs and everything. And to watch something for class, they would have to come downstairs in the library, check out a VHS, and watch it in one of the VCRs in the VHS lab. I'm that old. God bless everybody on their journey. Okay, but she still look good though. Hello? Basic by choice. Hello? Yeah. That'd be a beauty channel called Basic by Choice. Listen, wish y'all would make me feel bad. Okay. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to go to bed right now, right after I'm done. Microfiche, I remember microfiche too. Listen, I remember all of these things, okay? I remember pulling up the newspaper articles on the microfiche. Hello? That's the part of the library I was in. I was in the old things part of the library. But I'm fascinated by libraries because, once again, see, Kyle, we're putting it together if you're still there. When I was a kid, my mom worked at the University of the Virgin Islands. It used to be the College of the Virgin Islands, CVI, then the University of the Virgin Islands for most of my upbringing. She was an accountant. She was CPA. She would work in the accounting department. She also was a professor. So I spent a lot of years hanging out on campus. And back in the day, they used to just tell us to go, like free roam. Parents back in the day. And a lot of my free roaming was doing all kinds of stuff, but I used to be in the library. I was a kid. I loved the library. So when I went to Carnegie Mellon, I went to college in Pittsburgh. I got a job at the library. And to this day, like if I had a whole other path, I would be working in a museum. Just the thought of that brings tears to my eyes. I binge watch history videos constantly, and I love museums. Just fill my brain with ridiculous amounts of knowledge about old things. Oh, it's the best thing ever. Oh, I love it. Anyway, what about men wearing weaves? Listen, let me tell you something. I've made some jokes online about the men and their weaves, but at the same time, hair loss has to be traumatic. Okay? And if nowadays some of these weaves that they making looking good. Now, if you just plop some old Lord knows what on your head, I'm more offended about your lack of taste than I am about the fact that you're wearing fake hair. If you're gonna do fake hair, have the common courtesy for the viewer, me, the viewer, to have it look good. Man, woman, I don't care what your pronouns are. Make it look good. Okay? Because you don't have to watch it. It's on your head, and you out here obliterating my eyeball with your ugly raggedy hairline. Okay? Look like you killed that thing on Martin. You killed that thing on Martin and threw it up on top of your head. We don't want it. Nobody asked you for it. So just listen, I don't care what you're doing. Just make sure you make it look nice. All right, we're going to finish up right now. Good night. So glad to join. All right, you guys, I'm going to go train up a child in the research field. Okay, well, thank you for joining Rashni's rambling evening chats about her ridiculous nerdy side. And I will see you guys the next time I go live. I'm not going to make promises because you know how people come out, I'm going to do this once a week and then they don't show back up. But listen, I'm going to try to do it more often. That is the intention. Oh, pineapple, 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 pineapple. Bye, you guys.